Greetings everybody. I am doing a follow-up video on the Jehu BMS, and on this one I created a solder bridge. I don't know how well we're going to be able to see it in this video here, across where the fuses are. To give it some extra material, I'll take it off at the end of the video and show this. I've been running this for 5 minutes already. I want to try to hope to make this video a little bit shorter. We're only pulling 25 amps to this day on the same inverter, same setup, so I'm not entirely sure why it's so inconsistent. We're at 89 degrees right now. Trying to get a good angle where you can see that. There you go. Show stopwatch. And I've got a stopwatch running this time so we can get a better idea of what's going on. And as you can see, we're at the 6-minute mark and we're at 89 degrees still. We just went up to 90 degrees. So hopefully this little mod will show a pretty good improvement, even though we're actually pulling less amps this time, which is irritating. I really wish these inverters were a little more consistent. The pack is at 26 volts. Can't really get a good focus there. Inverter's getting a little warm, so I'm going to set that down there. But we're just going to let this go and see what it does. 25 amps, it's still a respectable pull. So let it go what it's at. We're now at 91 degrees. Same battery pack, same BMS, same cable, same amp meter, same temperature meter, same battery meter. Everything's the same, except we're pulling less amps. 91 degrees. It's climbing quite slowly, which is a nice improvement over what it was doing before. I think last time at the 10-minute mark we stopped at 127, 128 degrees. Let's see where we're at 10-minute mark on this one, and then we'll have a good comparison. Show stopwatch. And right now we're at the 7-minute, 8-minute mark. So this is looking pretty promising, even with the lower amperage. I can't tell you how annoyed I am with that. So I'm going to let it run for a few minutes extra and see what it climbs up to. But I'm hoping that by bypassing those fuses, this thing will stay at a respectable temperature. We're at the 840 mark now. $93 degrees. Still feels cold to the touch. Now we're at the 9-minute 30-second mark. Now, still at 94 degrees. Now the argument can be made that yes, we're pulling 5 less amps than what we did in the previous video. So I'm going to let it run a little bit longer and see what it does, see if it stabilizes. 94 degrees. Fluctuating to 95. And we have now hit the 10-minute mark. So I'm going to let it go for another 5 minutes, So we'll have a total of a 10-minute video going here, but I'll have run this for 15 minutes and see what it does. Sorry for the noise, I'm just moving my camera around. Can I get close with that? 26. Yeah, not bad. Pulling 24.6 amps. 96 degrees we just went up to. We are now at the 11-minute mark. Total usage for my building right now with this running, not bad. Although I do have my air conditioner shut off. Because it is actually cold today. Still at 96 degrees. Now we're at 25.6 amps. Cheap inverter. It goes like 80 bucks on Amazon, but it works. Although, as you can see, not super consistent. Alright, 12-minute mark. And we're at 96 degrees. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's teetering between 96 and 97. Just went to 97. Oh, still teetering. Okay. Now the thing about doing this mod on this board is that these fuses are no longer effective. You have effectively bypassed them. So you will need to run an external fuse on this. My inverter actually has built-in fuses, that's why there's no fuse in line here. "13-minute mark. 97 degrees. Now at the last video, I think we're right at 30 amps. At the end of 10 minutes, the temperature was still climbing. I just stopped it at 10 minutes. That's teetering to 98. We're at 13.5 minutes. This has been running. Again, 5 less amps than before. Degrees. We're just past the 14-minute mark. This is respectable. I still really can barely feel it. BMSs themselves are starting to warm up. I can feel them, but still just lukewarm. Nothing to even raise an eyebrow about. 99 degrees. 98. So we're teetering back and forth. And we're coming up on 15 minutes and 10 seconds. Show stopwatch. Alright, we are past the 15-minute mark. We're teetering between 98 and 99 degrees. I think that's a pretty good sign of how that's doing, which is a lot better than what it was. Pardon the mess I just made right now. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down and start taking this apart and show you exactly what I did. And it's nothing major. I did what everybody's been doing on there and added some solder to these lines here to increase that path. But the important thing is right there. Created that bridge all the way from the side of one fuse all the way to the XT90 connector. And if you're using the XT60, you'd go to the XT60 connector. But that's it. That's all I did. And even though we're pulling 5 amps less, I say it made a substantial difference. If you have any questions, you want me to look at something else, just post a comment. Our group, 18650 DIY. And on that note, have a good day.